everyone, today we're diving into one of the most essential skills in martial arts, wrestling, and even parkour. The breakfall. Start by standing with your feet shoulder width apart. Bend your knees slightly and keep your back straight. As you begin to fall, tuck your chin to your chest. This keeps your head and neck safe. Imagine you're going to roll over your shoulder, but don't actually roll. Just tuck and keep your chin down. Understand it from a front angle. As you fall, spread your arms out to the sides. Your hands should be open and your fingers spread wide. When you hit the ground, slap your hands down to spread the impact, but don't slam them too hard. The idea is to create a larger surface area to absorb the shock. The technical stand-up. It's a fantastic technique for getting back on your feet quickly and safely. Let's break it down. Place one hand on the mat behind you for support. This hand will help you push yourself up later. Keep the opposite hand close to you. Lift one foot and place it flat on the mat, positioning your knee close to your chest. This foot will be the base for your stand-up. The other foot stays on the ground, helping to keep you balanced. Shift your weight onto the foot that's planted on the ground. Use the hand behind you to help lift your hips off the ground. It's like pushing yourself up with one hand while using the foot as a pivot. As you lift your hips, push off with your back hand and lift your hips off the mat. Simultaneously, use the foot that's flat on the ground to help you stand up. Your knee should now be close to your chest as you bring the other foot underneath you to help you get into a standing position. This move is essential for escaping from bad positions and creating leverage. Let's break it down step by step. Lie down on a mat and keep your heels close to your hips like so and your arms near your chest. Now drop the knee on the side you want to bridge and then lift your hips up in the direction and make sure to stay on your shoulder. Let's watch it from the front angle. You have to practice to bridge on both sides. To do a pendulum sit-up, get your hands closer to your chest. Now swing your legs with control form left to right, like it is shown in the video. This movement is just like a pendulum. And then drive your hips forward in pendulum sit-ups. You have to drive your hips upward and forward. This part is known as hip drive. You can also assist the sit-up part with your hand. The pendulum sit-up also improves your mobility and flexibility. The swinging motion of your legs mimics the dynamic movements used in Jiu Jitsu, such as transitions and escapes. The pendulum sit-up is fantastic for developing core strength. By performing this sit-up, you engage your abdominal muscles and hip flexors intensely, which translates to better control and power in your grappling. Even if you don't have a partner, you can practice this drill to build muscle memory and improve your flexibility. Let's get started. Begin by lying on your back with your legs extended and arms at your sides. Make sure you have enough space around you to move freely. Then lift your hips in upward direction and lock the triangle. To lock the triangle, place your one foot behind your knee, forming a triangle-like shape, and then close your other foot. Make sure to shoot triangles as high as possible, but be careful with your neck. After some practice, do not forget to practice the other side too. To perform forward roll, get into split squat position. Now post one hand on the mat. With the other hand, dive your shoulder in and roll forward. Make sure to always roll on our shoulder and not on your neck. It can give you neck sprains. Let's look at that few more times. The forward roll is excellent for improving your body awareness and coordination. By rolling forward, you learn how to control and maneuver your body through space, which is vital for executing more complex techniques. That is why you should practice this on both sides. Let's look and understand forward roll from different perspectives. Lie down on the mat and with your hands spread like this, and then look onto one side, swing your legs to your other shoulder, and roll backwards on your shoulder. Just like the forward roll, you have to practice this on both sides. Make sure to not to roll on your neck. It might take some time to learn how to do backward roll, but keep practicing. Let's understand backward roll a few times more from a side view. This move is essential for creating space, improving your escapes, and transitioning between positions. Let's break it down step by step. Extend you one leg and turn toward the same side. Now push your hips in backward direction with the other leg and try to touch your feet. Practice this on both sides. If you do bridge before doing the shrimp movement, then it is known as the power shrimp, which is the more powerful version of the normal shrimp. But normal shrimp can help you to escape from certain positions swiftly. Practice this on both sides, and after some time, you can do it in an alternate motion. This transition is essential for escaping from bad positions and setting up your next move. Let's break it down step by step. Begin by lying on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the mat. Perform a bridge by lifting your hips off the ground, engaging your core, and pushing through your feet. This helps create the initial space you need for the transition. As you complete the bridge, keep your core engaged and begin to shift your weight to one side. This shift helps set up the transition to turtle position. Your shoulders and feet will help guide your movement. Move your knees underneath your body and keep your elbows in like so. Do not keep your elbows outside of your knees. This move is crucial for escaping from bottom positions and transitioning into more advantageous positions. Let's break it down step by step. First, get into a box position and lift your one leg up of either side, and then lift up one arm of the same side and drive your leg through and touch the mat with your hips. Do it on both sides. After some practice, you can do it in an alternate motion, like so. Peekouts are very similar to your normal sit-outs, but this time instead to opening your legs and touch the mat with your hips, you just drive your knee just around your shoulder level like it is shown in the video. Understand it from a side view. Don't forget to practice the peekouts from both sides. Scissor and turtle is very similar to bridge and turtle, but this time you do scissor-like motion with your legs. To scissor and turtle, turn towards one side, now extend one leg of the same side. Now bring your bottom leg in the front and your top leg goes behind like a scissor. Now use that momentum to get into a turtle position. Remember to practice scissor and turtle on both sides. Understand it from a front angle. To do a Granby roll, grab your hamstring like so. Tuck your chin so that you don't roll on your neck. Fall onto one shoulder and then roll onto the other shoulder. Make sure your toes are touching the mat during the entire roll, and make sure you do not roll on your neck as it can give you neck sprain. Granby roll requires a little bit of flexibility and mobility, so it might take you some time to perform a good Granby roll, but keep practicing. Practice how to roll on both of your shoulders. The Granby Roll is also effective for creating space when you're feeling pinned or stuck. By rolling and shifting your weight, you can free yourself from tight holds and reestablish a more favorable position.